Let me unmute this. Alright, let me make sure I can be heard because I'm using the fucked up earbuds. We'll make some things fucking clear because some people are fucking delusional, it seems. Or, maybe I didn't make it clear enough. That's not fair. I'm not going to call them delusional. And it's not even, I don't know why I'm thinking of them. I guess because of what I heard that they said. Fucking, I appreciate what, you know who you are that sent me that clip. Because I wouldn't be fucking watching them. I download stuff, just, and sometimes whenever shit ain't going on, I might go and scrub through just to see if there's anything that's needs to be pointed out or kept. Because, I mean, can you imagine trying to watch and download every single damn thing that gets put out? I mean, if you got the time to do that, if you're retired or something like Pollard, hey, go ahead, you know. And then maybe it said like I don't have a job or nothing, but I do have a job. It just ain't full fucking time, But still, I like to do things other than that. I like to, you know, fucking hang out with people. I like to get out the house. I like to walk my dog. I like to fucking go out of town. I don't fucking want to sit on goddamn YouTube 24 fucking 7. But I'm up this morning. I just took a shower. I ain't got to leave till about 9. I'll be there at 9:20, so not but about less than 10 minutes away. So yeah, I got plenty of time. Less than 10 minutes away. Well, the mic's quality's not the best, but it's readable. Once this other one gets charged, I'll switch. So, in case people didn't understand, when I say I'm going to go by my values and standards, that means I don't give a shit about your so-called troll or low. I don't give a shit about any of that. For the longest time, I was too worried about, well, if I do this, then they'll do that. But once you break it through, like April, or not April, Andrea said, and I said that either way, it's going to be frank, then you might as well just, free yourself of that shit. They're going to say whatever. I can't control that. It's fine. I don't want to control it. But I love how they're saying this clip I got sent, unprovoked. And oh, I put the picture of his baby nephew out first because he put my kids out there first. And no, that picture was not public on Facebook. My Facebook profile was set to private way back in 2022 after fucking Ghost did what he did. All right. And even then, the only thing that was public was certain details and things. Not every photo album was public. And they tried to say it was a reel. It was in a reel. No, it's not. I looked at all the reels last night. I fucking went and double checked just to be sure. Like, well, maybe I'm not recalling right. They might be right. Hell, and if they were right, here's the thing. If you were right, which you're not, but if you were, you admitted to putting out a picture of a baby nephew. And I checked my screenshot and I went back through my community post. That was 6 months ago you did that. When I had when I put them shorts out, this, you had put, and I found 3 weeks ago, you put that baby nephew picture out. Because that was the time when I was still around Bambi and them, and I was specifically keeping myself from looking at your shit. She was challenging me to do it. I promised I would do it, so I did it. The only time I saw any bullshit from them or that particular person or what have you was when they came to a chat or a panel I was at, or if I was watching something else that wasn't their channel, but that person brings something up of theirs. But that community post with my baby nephew, it says on my community wall and in my screenshot, because it doesn't put the exact damn date down. And, if somebody can figure out how you can get the exact date, because I asked Google and AI, and it said to look at the source code on the page and look for a specific published text, put that in Control F on desktop. And I did that. And it said the same thing, 3 weeks or whatever, 6 months. So you can't get an exact date like you do for video streams and stuff. But it was uploaded 3 weeks before I put your public Facebook thing up. So no, you did not do it in retaliation. I didn't even do it in retaliation. You people have to understand this shit's been going on for years. How long, you know, I haven't retaliated every time. And what there's, it's not even fair to say it's retaliation. If I take something public and in the jurisdiction I live, that's not doxing. Technically, if I were to be doxing, actually, which, they try to say I've doxed like hundreds of people. Yeah, okay. Well, and I'll await your receipts, and make sure it's the full, unedited shit. Don't give no clips. Don't doctor no shit up because that won't be accepted. I don't give a fuck who all on your side accepts it. I'm not going to accept it. I want the full fucking unedited source from an archive thing or my own page. If I need to, if you look back on a snipe or something and you know the title of something and you can't find it on my page, tell me what the title of it is. I'll fucking go on my page, and if it's privated, whatever, I'll unprivate. If it's members, I'll unmember it. And then we can look at the source, the actual source that has been fucked with. You put that picture of my nephew up first. But what's the point in even argue? I mean, no, I mean that is a point to distinguish that. But in the grand scheme of things, I should say, you these folks will go around and say, "I'm a kid doctor, I'm a pedophile," and all this stuff, and act like that's just a horrible thing to do. They would never do something like that. Well, whether you did it first, which you did, I mean, or whether you did it in retaliation, you still did it. So your what you call it, your judgment are fucking not even worth a fucking rat's ass. Ain't nothing about being, you know, and like I said, there's been things that I thought like, no, that didn't happen, and it did. Fuck, I can't remember every damn thing. Let me ask y'all some questions, see if you remember every fucking thing, not the trolls, but just regular viewers and stuff. This is to make things clear to the people that view and don't want to comment because they don't want to fucking be targeted. Appreciate you out there for the views and the likes. Some of you talk to me on IG and stuff, and some of you I don't know at all. You're appreciated. Oh, and I saw a little Jennifer's thing where I said I want to play Mr. Potato Head. You know why? Because I looked at her stream that she privated. Thank God for Iceman. Shout out to you, Iceman, because you're sniping everybody. That way nobody can dirty delete or anything. That's some fair ass shit right there. I respect the hell out of that. So thank God for you guys, man. Because you can't be dirty deleting in private and shit. I think ain't nobody gonna get it. Passman does. So there's been a couple things here lately that I've been able to make sure I got documented and downloaded thanks to him. I need to send him a cash app. Sure the fuck do. Oh, is that you, Iceman? And Andrea, like, you want to come up here real quick, dear? Because I need to, like, I need to address you for real. Because you had said last night, like, oh, I didn't get on until you were, like, the first person that hit that panel. And I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to hate on it. I'm not going to say anything nasty to you. I'm just going to be straight up and tell you, like, what I think, my side. And you can say what you want to say. And, that's just it. You know, my apology to April was genuine. That doesn't mean, though, that I can't say something silly like I want to play Mr. Potato because, I resent the fact that you try to make things just civil. I wasn't trying to be buddy buddy with her. I said in my comment, I don't want to come to your panel. I chat in her chat. Oh, come on up, Square. I mean, April, you kind of did a little bit of exactly what Paula would do. Pretend to want to be cool, but then when I come around your channel, as soon as fucking the opposition popped up in the back chat, bring them up. I can't afford not to bring them up. Fuck, I don't want to be attacked. I get it. It's self-preservation, but at the same time, I don't have to respect it. I don't have to approve of it. So I can understand, I can see both sides. Things are not just always one-sided, the simple sentence explained away. And these people that want to say, I write novels and stuff, well, that's because they don't want fucking people to get the whole picture. They want to get, they want you to accept their little cookie cutter clip cut portion of stuff or a couple sentences. They don't want the chronological shit explained because then the context is not, the context is cleared up. I don't want that. That's against their interest. Imagine the audacity you gotta have to talk about the one time in a marriage, the only one instance where I got hit in the back of the head and on reaction I push back, what have you, and they fall back and say and call me an abuser for that when you have fucked up not one but two fucking of your past love interests, wives, girlfriends, mothers of your children, three DVs. How the fuck does that work? Seriously, like I don't get that. I mean, am I crazy here or what? Like, I mean, that'd be like me if I was still if I was still fucking let's say taking fucking pain pills or something, and I wanted to judge or call Hillbilly out for drinking. What fucking right do I have to do that? None. Good morning.
Good morning. What did I do? I'm gonna use my laundry folding time to
She
spend
didn't
with
do
you
nothing.
instead.
I want to illustrate something. That's cool. Let
Go
me
ahead.
pull it up. I downloaded it, but At least I can pull this up from the place and I ain't got to worry about someone being petty and going and trying to hide it.
What I do wrong, boss?
You didn't do nothing wrong and I'm not your boss. You can do what you want to do. It's just like, I want to get it like cleared. Like,
Well, you're
are we
acting like it's a
civil?
call out. I mean, just
No,
say
are
it.
we
Like, you don't need
civil
to
and
bring anything up, boss.
are we civil and clear? Like, how can you be civil and
I'm
clear
not
and
gonna
cool
ever
with me?
kiss your ass, hon. It ain't
I
happening.
don't want you to
Like,
kiss my ass. I don't, that's not
okay,
what I'm
well,
saying. So you're taking it to the extreme. But like, if you're gonna do like certain things, though, then like I'm not gonna.
here's a certain thing. 2 sickies came in the comments and said, "Why don't you" this is while I was live with you last night. "Why don't you ask Square why his stepmom pulled the gun on him?" I didn't say that. They said it to me as a joke to say to you,
Well,
and
they
I
ain't
never
got it
said
in the
that. That would be
archives.
huh?
It's clear. It's clear. What they ain't got it in the archives. It was snowing one day, and I was babysitting my stepbrother. They tried to say it's my brother, and then they tried to make the nasty shit up like I fucking was doing abuse to him or something. I was babysitting him, and we were supposed to go to his dad's house. And his dad and my stepmom obviously aren't together anymore because she's with my dad, right? So we drive in bad, and as we're starting to drive, it's starting to snow. It's bad fucking weather, and it's about a good 15, 20 minute, good 10 to 15 mile drive. And we get to Murfreesboro, and we get to the house. He's not there. It slipped his mind that, oh yeah, what's today? I told him. He's like, oh, then he must be at the VA. Well, I'm looking around and the roads are just getting worse and worse. I don't want to fucking drive back just yet. And I don't want to stand out there and freeze our balls off either. So I looked at him, I said, do you have a spare key or something? Like, I don't have to look. Like, do you know where a spare key is? Can you get it and open up? And he's like, yeah. And so I went back to the car. I didn't want to know where it was at. He couldn't find it. He couldn't remember it. Maybe it wasn't out there anymore. Who knows? I looked at the door and I said, well, they ain't got a bolt. They ain't got a deadbolt. I said, I can get in there. I said, but we're gonna have to tell your dad when he gets here what we did, what we had to do, and tell him why I did it. And I was like, do you think he'll be upset? He's like, I don't see why not. So I pulled out my wallet. I don't know if I used a license or a gift card or whatever, but I used a plastic card, and I got in the door by jimmying through just a regular little handle lock you can get through. We waited. It was probably there about an hour or so. We played some games with him on Xbox. His dad comes home. Kind of, you could tell he's a little like surprised, like, well, when did y'all get here? And I explained to him, hey, I jimmied the door because he couldn't find the spare key. I didn't want to drive back. It was dangerous. You know, he's like, yeah, he's like, I should have told you guys not to come until, he said, but I did tell you to come in the morning, didn't I? And my stepbrother was like, yeah, you did. I said, but look, you know, if you want to go look around your house or anything, and nothing, I haven't done anything. He said he's been with me playing games. Dad, he's not, I mean, my stepbrother there. You think I'm gonna go around the house or steal something or whatever when I got somebody watching me? I mean, I ain't got no reason to do that to the guy anyways. So, and he seemed cool. He didn't get mad. We didn't have an argument, nothing. Well, I go home. Eventually I go back home. I take a nap. And I get woken up from the nap from her slamming the door, coming in saying, "You gonna fucking break into my blah 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 blah." So apparently he explained it to her, but he wasn't angry. So she must have blown it out of proportion. I thought, who knows? I don't know. And so she starts going upstairs, throwing my stuff down, all that. And next thing you know, I'm like, well, you're gonna get out. I was like, yeah, that's fine. Let me just find my phone because I misplaced my cell phone. I was like, I'll leave as soon as we do that. And like, no, you're leaving right now. Drawled on me. So I went out the door, put my hands up. I went out the door. I went next door, went to the neighbor, got a phone from them, called the police. I mean, that's what you do
Mary
in that situation.
Mary
But,
Square
of
Miss
course, when the
2
police
sickies.
came, though, of course, I was aggressive and showing aggression and da da da. I was like 130 fucking pounds. Everybody knows how skinny I am and stuff.
Right, but just
I
because
look
you're
like
small doesn't mean you can holler at police and things and say, "You're not gonna
I didn't
take me
holler.
alive, copper."
I didn't holler at police. See, you're trying to be funny, but the
No,
only
I'm not.
reason
You accused
when
me of trolling you, and you were
no,
about to do a big
I
exposé on
said that
me,
no, I didn't. No, I
so
didn't.
I'm
No, I did
showing
not.
you,
That's not what I was gonna do. That's
well,
not
this
what
is
I was gonna
trolling
do.
you. So,
Well, you're not really trolling me, and you can try all you want to. It's not getting me upset. But I didn't say you're not
no.
gonna take me alive. I said that what's gonna end up happening is they're gonna convince y'all I'm guilty of something that's false or whatever. I was like, this is the sixth time y'all been out here. This is getting ridiculous. I said, and I said something that was stupid from frustration because, six fucking times, 5 welfare checks and a SWAT call. And if that call hadn't been made and they hadn't came out to the house, I wouldn't have ever gotten aggravated and said something stupid like that. But I own it. I did it.
Alright, well, I never had a part with any of those calls, but you've had people that were part of that back here, and you've been cordial with them. So I don't know why you're giving me a hard time. I'm just watching.
Who
I'm a
do you mean
Square fan.
specifically? I haven't been cordial with JM or none of them. They're the ones that did the calls. Chucky did a call, said I had white powder. Filthy did a call. Fusion did a call. When have you seen me cordial with them except for the times I've tried to make peace? And guess what? What was the exact words that was used by old Fusion? There was never going to be any peace treaty. It's a goddamn troll. So I have tried to squash the shit. I've tried to set it aside. But their narrative is I want revenge. I don't want it to end. I like the attention. Well, then how come when I tried to make peace and somebody interfered their troll one time and he got mad at him and said, it was a goddamn troll. So there was never going to be any peace, no matter what I did. Even if I did
But
everything they
you
wanted,
still tried to make peace. Why?
because I don't have any desire to do this or I don't have any desire to post stuff of people. I don't have any desire to post memes. That stuff always happens out of frustration and me like getting to the breaking point, like I've had enough. And it's not an
Right, but
excuse, but
you're
that's
not
not
the
the
only one that's
process.
been trolled by them.
What does that got to do with anything? I'm me. I only worry about me. I can't worry about everybody else. I'm
But
one
you're
person.
not the only one that has been trolled by them.
Again, what does that have to do with it?
Well,
I
I
mean,
mean, I
you've been
just
told
find
by
it
them, so like, why
amazing
do you?
that
Okay,
you
go
wanna
ahead.
bring me
Sorry.
up here and do some accountability audit on me
Not
and be like, "Oh, I've
accountability.
got something in the
I just want
backstage
to
I'm
know.
gonna bring up."
I want to know why that you like said, well, I only came in around the trivia. Like you guys, even before the trivia started, you were mentioning stuff and saying stuff and like making jabs at me and stuff. And I have not done any jabs towards you, Andrea. Like why? I don't get it.
Well, if you're asking me to stop, I'll do my
I'm not
best.
asking you to stop. I'm not gonna ask you to stop because
But I
like
do enjoy you like the rest of the people. I don't wanna see
well,
you
that's
come
what I mean.
unglued and
That's what I
undone.
think. I think you enjoy toying with me.
And I'm not trying
And
to
no,
toy with you. I
and
just
I'm not a
enjoy
toy.
your character lore and stuff. But that can
There's not no
change.
character lore. I'm a human fucking being just like you are. We're not characters. This is not a fucking fictional reality or a game.
Yeah, well, kind of.
Oh
I
my
mean, look
god.
at Paul and Bambi. They're living a fictional reality game. I mean, that's what I'm saying. When you're here as a regular person
I'm
and you're dealing with people that are dealing in fiction, you have to play their game or don't play at all.
there. The little faggot won't come on panel because he's too scared. Well, I did come on panel, but hold on. This is right at the beginning. Let's see.
I got all the questions about you right. So I don't know. You should be commending me on
No, I mean you really didn't. The first thing that popped off
being a
wasn't over just
supporter.
the wrench. Wasn't over just the wrench. But see, there's more to it than that.
How come you sat
You've
on
got to
panel
be
with
working.
Ruski and wanted to get a data dump of my nudes and harvest them and do all this and
Oh
that?
my God. So we're gonna bring up stuff that's already been like
I'm
apologized
just
for and
saying,
stuff.
don't pretend to be
Did you
infallible.
did that
Like
randomly?
sometimes we get caught in the
Are
moment.
you saying that I did that randomly without provocation on your part at all? Because it was so
Right.
long ago, I can't remember, but I know
I
I don't.
wasn't no, you were on Gene Team and everybody was cheering Ruski, the weaponized sicko on, and you were going with the crowd. That's exactly what happened. and you just it was a
If that's
weakness
the
for a
true
moment.
case,
It's okay.
then and then I'll submit, but I guarantee you,
You
whatever the
don't have
case
to
is, I know
apologize.
that we had. Well, I already know I did, so I don't know why it's being thrown up. But this is current. This was last night,
Right, and I'm
and
accepting responsibility and saying, "You're right, I knew you were there watching. I knew you were there
no,
watching.
I wasn't.
I
No,
thought
I
maybe you
wasn't.
could handle
Until
it."
I got on Iceman's page last night and checked it. I tried to go back to April's, and she privated it. So I was like, I wonder if Iceman's got it. And bada bing, he did.
I was
So,
asking you to put his link in the chat because I don't know his channel.
well, I mean,
Or are you guys doing a little secret thing?
we're not doing a little secret thing. It's just that, like, I mean, I'm
Are
sure you
you
can find it, like,
conspiring with Iceman? Didn't you call his probation
no?
officer on him?
Yeah, see, there you go again. Yeah, when Fusion was buddy trolling me and told me that he was fucking being lewd and lascivious in front of a 15-year-old in the chat, and I was too stupid to buy it at that time, because at the time I had not had all the police calls and everything. I was still fucking green.
Right, exactly.
Let's
You were being
rehash
a
that up.
weaponized
Let's
sicko
rehash
for
that up.
Fusion.
Let's rehash that up, though. I mean,
Well, it's just you gotta take it easier on people. I mean, everybody falls short of the
no,
glory
I
of
don't.
God.
I think what I'm just gonna do, like, because I
Well, I
mean,
didn't do that kind of shit with Fusion, so who the fuck are you to judge me? You know what I mean? I've been trolled by him before. Like,
it's
what's the
not
big
that I'm
fucking
judging
deal?
you. It's just that, like,
What
nobody
I'm seeing is that you
you wouldn't
wanted to be
like
with
it if you were
Fusion and them,
cool with
and
Sly,
you would
and
be
he
if
was
you were
turning
with
around
them.
and being on panels and taking jabs and shit at you. I don't think
Listen,
you
I've
would appreciate
never
it.
made it a secret that I have always said you are the leader of the Workiverse. None of it would be
No, I'm not.
possible without you.
No, I'm
If
not.
Fusion would have invited you on, you would be doing the same shit as them. So I
No,
don't,
no,
I
no,
mean,
no, 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 no. Because I seen what happened with Johnny, and when Cammy threatened me to make me the next Johnny Goble before all this started, I fucking broke down and begged her not to. But guess what? She already referred me to Scooter and Fusion. It was too late. It was getting started.
nobody's
I had a
trying to. When
3-hour
have I
phone
ever
call.
tried to impress
I had a
Filthy? He's
3-hour
some
phone call
old
with
guy with
her
a
and Creep Squad
microphone.
for life. I had a
Let it
3-hour
go,
phone call with
people.
her and Creep Squad for life.
It's fucking worky cult projection from your chat.
That's the only reason why this really got off the ground is because she fucking referred me out because she didn't like it that I was putting a lot of attention on her and calling her out for what she did wrong with the cop thing and Johnny Goble.
But you weren't doing your research. You were just calling out, waking up out of bed and calling everybody out without doing your fucking research. And that's how you got in trouble.
I was way too fucking trusting, and I didn't think that this woman was going to be online in front of all these people and would have the audacity to fake a fucking cop up there and fake fucking saying he got off doing some controlled buys and shit for some. Looking back on it, yeah, I was really fucking dumb because how in the fuck can a few controlled buys get somebody out of a fucking type of crime like she was alleging of him?
Well, that's
That
what I'm
was
saying.
red
Just
flag
because
number
you're
one.
naive enough to believe it, and I think that's your problem. You think that everybody
Look,
believes everything they
I
see
just
and hear, and they
literally
don't.
sat here and acknowledged the fact that back then
You were kind of a monster.
no, you don't give me any
You went
credit
off on
for fucking
everybody. You flipped on
acknowledging my part.
everybody at that time that you had up on panel.
No, I didn't. You weren't even. Oh my god,
I was watching off and on.
you were watching and fucking no, you wasn't.
Yeah, I was. I was still living in Virginia
First
back
time I
then.
ran into you was over at Johnny's chat, and that was after the
Right,
shit.
and I was living in Virginia. That's how long ago it was. That's what I'm
You claimed to be
saying.
Johnny Goble's cousins.
Like this is one of those communities, and they as soon as you come across everybody, they say, you know, it's like troll or be trolled. Even if
I
you're
didn't
not
run
a
into
fucking
that.
troll,
I didn't
you
run
better
into
figure it
that.
out.
I just happened to run into her channel, and I got interested in the content because I ran up church and listened to his music, and she's talking about
You
this dude.
got interested in the content because you thought she
But I
was
did get
sexy.
interested in the content because they said, "Hey, we're doing some trolling. You know what that is? Like we make fun of low cap." No, that's not how I got approached. I was coming around like, "Yeah, there's this crazy dude, man, that's fucking trying to say up church is doing this and doing that, and he's a confidential informant." Really? Like, what's up with that? Like, tell me more. That's how it started. It was
That's the
innocent.
problem. People hear words like confidential informant and pedo and stuff, and they get all excited and want to watch it. You know what I mean? Like, that's how everybody built their channel. Well, I'll call you a pedo, and then everybody will watch you, and then we'll prove it wrong, and then you'll have 2,000 subs. I mean,
No,
come on.
William Hayes, I'm talking about there, but that's again, all those lies have been out there, and I'm not gonna, I'm not even gonna entertain that shit anymore. It's so old. I know what happened. I have probably went over it on dozens of live streams. I'm not gonna keep doing it. Excuse me. I had to burp.
Well, for all of us watching, it kind of looked like you were crushing on her. Like, I feel like you like girls with green
No,
nails.
the fuck I didn't. At least Cammy didn't fucking try to say we dated and shit. I
True.
did not have any
True.
attraction to her. That's why I messaged Gotcha Man and gave him all of those videos I had downloaded because when she got that EPO, like I couldn't cover it. I had to keep my mouth shut. So I gave him the Gotcha Man so he could cover him on Horner's house, which he did. It was all
Right,
right
and
for
maybe
people
that
to
was by
find me back
design. Look at
then.
Gotcha Man now. I mean, look at how many subs he has now.
But, pretending to be someone's friend when they're brand new to the platform and you know that they're fucking green, like that's not a master troll. That's just simply being a conniving, fucking conspiring little two-faced shit. That's all that is. And that's
It's
exactly how
opportunistic.
all this
Yeah.
started. That's how it all started. And then they want to say that he was posting a thing of minor in retaliation. Well, Tweedledee or Tweedledum, and then you still want to go around and talk about this minors that and women that and act like you're an advocate for them type of groups when you'll literally violate that. You don't have any regrets you said on the video with Dana's fucking tombstone and Zoe. Okay, if you don't have any regrets for doing that type of stuff, why the fuck are you judging other people? Why are you judging somebody who actually said to April, like, hey, that was immoral. I shouldn't have done it. But then when I see her on live and I see like, oh, well, she didn't want to be civil, apparently. She's still on the same bullshit. Did I freak out, yell at her, cuss at her? No. I just said, I might want to play Mr. Potato Head. I said one stupid little fucking thing. That's it. What have I said about you recently, Andrea? What have I said about you at all to offend you or talk about you? What
You've
panel have I
never
jumped up
offended
on?
me. You've never once
Oh,
offended me,
apparently I
not this whole
did. I
time.
did with the data dump and all that
No, you
shit.
didn't. I'm just saying, if you're going to cry about somebody doing something to you,
I'm
think
not
about what
crying.
you've done
I'm sorry.
first.
I'm sorry. Do you hear me sniffling? Am I crying right now?
Well, you know what I mean. Like YouTube crying, like,
Not really. I'm
just
just
shake
kind
it
of
off.
like wanting to I'm just
I
wanting to
don't have,
confront
you
it.
want to, oh, every time I come around, you want to act like there's
I
some
would
big
talk to you about
conspiracy.
this
Like,
stuff privately, but you don't have any like even like I made an Instagram account that has nothing personal just to be able to communicate with people on YouTube. You don't want to communicate that way, so this is literally the only way I can talk to you.
right, which should be more indication to you that I'm not trying to troll you, but you're not
Well, it
getting
seems
it.
like you want it to be in front of an
I'm
audience.
not here to prove to you that I'm not on YouTube just to be here for you. You're on in the morning.
I
It's
didn't say you
convenient.
were on
I'm
here to
here. Do
be
you want
here
me to
for me, but
unsubscribe?
like, no, I'm just look. I don't
Okay.
care what you do, really, but I want to know. Like, I'm just
Like, you
saying,
got,
don't be fake. Don't be fake. Like, I
I'm not.
mean,
I'm telling you what, that I got the
if
quiz
you're gonna sit
questions right
over
that
and
Dee's threw
laugh,
at me. Maybe
oh,
I was trolling Dee's. Did you ever think of
oh,
that?
okay. Trolling D's by fucking saying stuff
By
that's
answering all the questions
that,
right.
that's
He was trying to get me to mess up. I feel like he was
an
trying to get me to mess
example.
up.
Yeah, I mean, all them people have talked magic about you and called you tinfoil hat and everything, but I
I
mean, then
don't
you'll give
care
them
what Paula
entertainment.
and Filthy thinks. I don't care.
Okay, you say
No.
you don't care, but you literally have brought it up before. Follow the
Brought
money and
what
all
up
that shit,
before?
remember?
I think it's funny when people project. I find it humorous. Like, Paula's out there. She's like, Andrea's talking to April and Sly and MC and Square. Like, she's lost it fucking totally. And she's calling me tinfoil. I enjoy it. I hope she keeps it. I don't
Hold
mind,
on.
is what I'm saying.
Hold on a second. About the only thing intelligent she said is the sneaky thing.
Sneaky?
About Paula being the sneaky one,
Oh, yeah.
trying to be. Like, that's the one thing I'll agree with Sly on that she said. I was not watching at this point.
Your ads are on. Did you know that?
That's good.
Do you know what you're selling in your ads?
What was the reason Square first raised out of Cammy? Oprah Wrench. I mean, that is the Workyverse narrative answer. That's not the full contextual answer.
Well, I'm sorry. That's what I thought was true. So I got one
Well, I'm
wrong.
not
Okay,
mad
beat
about
me
it.
up.
I'm just pointing that out, though. Like, that's not what
But you're
that's
not
not like
mad at
what am I
April for
convincing.
having it wasn't my idea to do square trivia either, by the
No,
way.
why do you think I said the potato head thing? Because
So
it's like,
was I supposed to go into the phone booth and change into my Wonder Woman cape and come out and start beating everybody up on panel for you? I was just trying to have
no,
fun and go with the flow.
that's not what I'm saying, but I mean, I I don't know, I guess I just wonder, like, if I was up there, right, and I had been trying to be cool with you and not fight, and I didn't have anything against you at the time, and they wanted to start doing stuff that I know if I was you would probably not care for it, I might, like, make up an excuse why I gotta go. I might just sit out on it and say, it's not for
You're
me.
right. You're right. I get that. True. I can't debate you
It's
there.
not that you
But
gotta
see, like
stand
with
in
me and
front of and
Sly,
fucking be a human shield for me. I'm not
I could
saying
sit
that.
on here and call Sly a snot box and say that she can't ride a bike and that she needs a helmet and that she's a trash picker, and she's not going to get mad at me. So I'm just kind of used to being able to go with the flow. I just figure that we all
It's called
understand that
monetized
not that
channel.
too.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm
It's
I'm
okay.
I'm bad about
I'm
that.
happy
I'm
to come up
fucking
and help with
ADD.
your monetized channel. I don't have too much longer though because I got to get going. But
Yeah, I mean, that's not it either. Like, I'm not on here for the like, I wanted to have a channel a long time ago. The only reason why I keep a channel now is because I've been through so much stuff, like, I'm just not gonna throw it away. I'm not going to let other people dictate whether I choose what to do. Because even though they say, he just can't log off, he just can't do that. Hell, if I did, you'd just be celebrating saying you win anyways. And plus, why the fuck do I have to do that? Like, I'm not gonna be ran off. I'm not going to be bullied that way. I'm not going to be bullied for the other way. I don't care what your standards are anymore. I did. I used to let it rule me. Used to couldn't stop thinking about it. But when you have 40, 50 plus fucking people doing that stuff and sending shit real life, have I ever sent anybody real life to you? Besides the time where Fusion tricked me into calling his PO Iceman's, and besides the thing with Blackpox, what the fuck else offline have I done?
well, that's what I'm saying. That's what a slap in the face. So poor Iceman, you called his PO on him, and now you're using his
Oh my
content to
God.
fight the same
And then I
people.
apologized to him and I said, hey, I realize now what Fusion had done. Um, I will call her back if you want me to and explain that I was mistaken. And, and he said, no. And I said, okay, I won't do it then. But I offered to do that. That's somebody that wants to fucking make amends. But you people can say that I don't want to make amends or peace or whatever, but
But why'd
literally,
you do it? Were you trying to get him
because
offline?
he didn't think Fusion would lie about a goddamn 15-year-old. He wasn't
Why
the fucking.
not? Fusion had
He,
already trolled you at
he
that point.
wasn't. No, he had no. You don't listen apparently, because I just said I was still green at that time and he was buddy trolling me.
Mm.
It's okay though. I don't blame you. You're not. I can't remember everything in a chronological time order either. I get shit wrong. But the fact of the matter is, he was not Mr. Fusion who had a snipe of me every night at that point. If he was, maybe I would have been more skeptical. Maybe I wouldn't have bought it.
So you were one of those people that just the one that looks like the leader could go to, and whatever they said was determined to
No,
be a
I'm
fact.
just, when somebody says, hey man, like, and he comes to me and he's acting like a down to earth person and playing an act and says, and somebody
Why
should
didn't
do
you say
something
to
about it,
him, why don't
but
you
they're not
do it,
going to.
motherfucker? Why didn't you say to him, if it's that
I can't
bothering to
answer
you,
that.
you
I
fucking
can't
turn him
answer
in,
that.
bitch.
I can't answer that. I can't answer that. All I know is that I just fucking, you know, I, I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question though.
Do you know how many people approached when I had my email open. Do you know how many people approach me with fake docs information on? I've gotten so many fake filthy doxes and fake this doxes. Like, if I responded to
Yeah, I
every
fell for that
person that
too.
gave me information, I would have been a complete heart cart.
Well, call me fucking gullible when I first came on here. But you know,
I mean,
my whole
I have
experience
pictures of
before up
Seeper
to that point,
sleeping
before
that I have
YouTube,
never released.
my whole experience on the internet up until YouTube, starting in 2007 when I created my Facebook, I have never had any kind of fuck shit like this happen or be done. Or you know, I've talked to
I said
people
I had
who
until 8,
or
asshat.
whatever.
I was gonna listen while I folded clothes, onion ring, gay bird.
So, you know,
You're
because of
jealous
that,
because I'm on panel
I
and you
mean, I
ain't.
guess I was naive, you know, because I had never had somebody, you know, I've been on MySpace, Facebook, you know, I've never had this type of, the only thing I had done online that was fucked up was when I played Flight Simulator in that group and those hackers from Canada. And they didn't even do shit to this extreme. They DDoS people and stuff. Yeah, I mean, they would maybe hack your website or MySpace profile and put owned by the NOFs. You got pwned type shit. But they didn't fucking call the police and make a welfare check and SWAT calls.
Well, I just wanted to come see what you were mad at me about, and it's about the quiz or the trivia, and
I
no
want to
harm.
know, like, what is your aim? Like, I mean, are you just, I mean, is
What
this
is
just
your
a
aim for
super,
having commercial ads on this show right now that I'm talking on?
it's just automatically set up like that when I got monetized. Fuck, I didn't
Oh,
specifically go in there and put ads on the damn thing. It does that. When
I
you
know,
have
I get it.
monetization turned
Okay.
on, I mean, I can go turn it off, I guess. Is it bugging you that much?
Well, it's not bugging me, but it's
Seems
bugging me.
like it.
Well, yeah,
It's not
because
bugging me, but it's
if you
bugging
were
you.
so concerned about, if you're monetized now, the moment you got monetized, you could have switched back to your, whatever your original idea for content creation was, and you could block out all the noise.
Dude,
But you chose to
I
come
mean,
on
you haven't
here
been
and
seeing
call
me
me
stream
out
a
in the
bunch
morning.
lately or whatever. I came on here. I didn't come on here specifically to call. I came on
I
here to
didn't do
clear
anything to you.
other things up. But when
You
you
should be
were in the
mad at
chat, I was
April
like,
or
hey,
Dee's.
I was like, hey, we need to talk. I was like, I wanted to talk with you because, like, I don't know why I'm leaving you comments places and I'm trying to be cool and stuff when you're gonna be like one way on here and then on another panel though. I mean, it's superficial. Like, Andrea, just that's the only thing that bothers me about it. It's just superficial. It's just like
Well,
why?
I'm sorry you
You know,
feel that
it's
way.
not
I
making
wish you
me
could see it from
cry. It's
my
not making me
perspective.
fucking upset. But you know, like when people say that you're buddy trolling me and stuff, and I ignore it and don't believe it and have it,
Maybe you're
that's
buddy trolling me. You're the one that wants to talk to me in the back street.
that. See, that's what that's your defense mechanism is
Well, because you're the
always
troll.
giving
You
me
just said
ultimate.
here that you wanted to join Mr. Fusion and that you called a PO
No, I
on behalf
didn't.
of the
I didn't
trolls
say I wanted
against
to
Eichmann.
join him. I was he was around my channel, coming in my chat, and he seemed like just a regular guy, and I was fucking green. I didn't ever say anything like, "Oh, I wanted to join Fusion." I
Okay, well,
just
a
said that he
regular
hadn't
guy
found.
told me that you
Hey,
were
I'm
mad
not.
at Cammy
All
over a
right, I'm
wrench,
not
and
going
that's
back
it.
and forth with you, but I mean, you have a good day, Andrew. Okay. I
You
mean, if you want
too.
to be
See you,
superficial, fine.
everybody.
You know, I'm not going to go back and forth with her anymore. You know, it's just fucking getting nowhere. She thinks I'm a fucking idiot. I'm not a fucking idiot. But I'm not gonna fucking, you know, go on and on about her either. So I'm saying you can't be civil with anybody on here because once they see you're trying to be cool or not, uh, what's the word? Not confrontational and not, you know, like that, and they prey on it, you know, and that's fine. You know, she can do what she wants to. Wish her all the best. But I'm not gonna have you on my panel anymore and stuff if you're gonna be superficial. You know, I'm just not. Oh my God, I made a potato head fucking comment. My apology meant nothing. Well, I mean, you know, I kind of have to think about it whenever, like, I go over there. We're not gonna panel bash you. Come on up. Not even full 5 minutes went by, and boop, 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 letting everybody up. I mean, you know, I mean, people want to say like I'm a hypocrite and stuff like that, and I own that I'm a hypocrite in some areas. But I don't say like, "Hey, I want to do this," and then you come over and then I immediately bring all your enemies up or what have you. I've never done that with anybody. You know, I got enough of that done like over at Jeans and them's. I've had enough of it done uh before the workies like was even officially even called the workies when it was just fusion and fucking herbal and this person and that person. They wasn't the workies at that point. She's trying to manipulate, I guess, the people that may not have been here all the way back then. They wasn't even organized or nothing. They were just people that came to my channel. That's why I fucking didn't have any reason not to believe fusion. He took advantage, and I was naive. You know, I own my part in it. Fuck. I mean, don't want to talk to her in the back streets. Just saying, like, instead of having to write fucking shit in the comments. See, that's why she doesn't want to do that because she wants stuff on a live stream in front of the audience. You know, why do I like? Why does this have to be hashed out in front of? You know, it doesn't need to be. I didn't make this stream for her. I just happened to see like, oh, she's in the comments already. She's up, what have you. I don't know when she's going to be on here or not. So I was like, hey, can we talk? Like, that was it. The reason I came on here and things to clear up was, well, mainly the first thing with the nephew thing. It was not listed on no reels. I could pull my Facebook up right now and show the reels, but there's no point in doing that. They'll say I changed them or edited them. You know, I mean, why don't you come with your proof? How about that? How come nobody has ever wanted to get the goddamn accident report for the wreck? Because they know damn good and well it's not going to list me at fault. And it would destroy their whole fucking shit with that. I mean, it's not fucking rocket science. How come there's no record of a fucking mediation with their insurance company and me? Because we didn't have to do any mediation or anything. They offered what they thought I was owed, and we just accepted. Period. Didn't hurt the family at all. The only reason why you get a lawyer is because, well, fuck, I was young as shit that time. I didn't know what to do. So I went along with whatever my grandfather decided to do. My lawyer didn't have to go to court. He didn't have to argue. He didn't have to mediate. He was just a middleman there to collect a little part of the change, you know. But technically, we didn't have to use him. I could have kept 100% of the money. But you know, my grandfather had known that guy for a long time, done business with our family, and goes back. So he, you know, it was insurance shit was in my grandfather's name. The car was in my grandfather's name. You know, so if my grandfather wants to get that lawyer to help, you know, make sure everything goes smoothly, what the fuck am I going to do? Say no? You know, I mean, it's just went on AI and I was like, well, they're saying that I'm giving you custom instructions to take my side over everything. But you can clearly see what I asked the AI. I asked it search all the public databases, search engines and stuff, and find out about this wreck. The reports and what the report says, what MSHP says. And it named the trooper in charge of that investigation and everything. And it said that unanimously all of the sources point towards failure to yield by Hogan. Period, point blank. No speeding was listed as a main factor or contributing factor or anything. You know, they said I was intoxicated too. Funny. No DUI, even though there was blood taken. No, charges brought up because of that. The one time I had a DUI done on me, I was sitting at my house on my property in my car, and they tried to justify because, I was sitting out there listening to music and on the phone. I don't know, it's just something I did. And because the keys were like on the little console there in my pocket or whatever, they justified that they could investigate me for that because I had the capability to operate the vehicle. Well, guess what? That shit got dropped. But yeah, that is a thing though. They technically can, if you're in the car, even if you're sitting on your own property, and let's say they're getting drunk or whatever, fucked up, smoking, and a cop doesn't like you or wants to be a dick, they can hit the lights and come right in your driveway and. Now, if the keys aren't on your person or in the car, maybe not. But if they're right there to where you could just grab them and put them in you know, yeah, I thought I was. I said that I used to usually go like 1, 2, 3 miles over, but apparently I didn't. Whenever I look stuff up and I see that that wasn't the case, you know. Let's say I was doing, let's say it actually listed and said that I was doing 2 miles over. Well, if that was a factor, wouldn't they say something about it? If that was hypothetically the case? I mean, but if they still say, "Oh, it was because of a failure to yield and pulling into my path when I had the right of way," uh, hello? I mean, that's all right though. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, you guys, going around you disrespect those people by saying their name and using them to try to just aggravate me, right? You're not doing it for justice. You're not doing it because you actually care. Like, I honestly would love to see you guys stand before God the one day that we all do at the pearly gates and fucking say that's the fucking truth. You wouldn't dare because God would already know what's in your heart. You wouldn't fucking dare. You don't mind doing it on here online and your regular mortal life because you're just trying to fool whoever you can fool. When somebody can say and try to act like they've been getting defamed, and then all of their little followers and troll buddies gonna come over and said, "I was gonna hire him in my business, but then I heard what this Square guy said, and it made me not want to hire him." Well, come on now. Like, I mean, if you'll be that petty to try that shit and put that shit out there, you'll make up and lie about anything. But see, I don't have to have damages. I don't have to have a proof that you know, but I do have examples of them saying like, "Oh, he's not allowed to have a job. Oh, we're gonna call and interfere here. We're gonna call and interfere there." But hey, it's nothing, right? Y'all ain't do nothing wrong by it, so keep believing that. We'll see one day, or maybe we won't. Maybe tomorrow I'll wake up and I'll get fucking somebody will fail to yield or something else, or maybe a speeding vehicle, somebody drunk might fucking smash into us, and I might be killed. Oh, and y'all would just love that, wouldn't you? Whatever though. Well, I have a job, and if I didn't really want a job, I wouldn't have gone to school. And if they didn't really not want me to go to school or have a job and work, they wouldn't have tried to interfere with my fucking clinicals. It was just a little bit too little too late though, because I had already gotten enough shit done to where I could do the remaining little few things I had left to do at school, and that's exactly what I did. Too little, too late. You know, fucking Jackie, back when she was still around here at that time, she made a meme saying, no education. You know, they didn't even want me to fucking graduate. But then they'll go around here and tell you guys, like, I'm a layabout and don't want to do nothing or accomplish nothing. Yeah, okay. Sure. That clinicals and that first course got fucked up because of the wreck. I was in clinicals when that wreck happened. That was in 2016. 4 years is 2020, 21, 22, 23. So 7 years later, I finally went back and finished that course. But I'm a quitter. I don't want to do nothing. Blah blah blah. Really? I don't think I would have went back and redone that course if that's the case. I don't like to not finish things. You know, I like to get things accomplished just as much as anybody else would want to get things accomplished that they set out to do. I can't fucking but when you're living in the small area I am, like if I was living in a city that had fucking public transportation and stuff and there's several hospitals and clinics and stuff, yeah, I would say that if I'm not working right now, that would be a little sus because there'd be plenty of opportunities. They don't have that here. I can't call up an Uber to get me to but when they were trying to hire for phlebotomy, I went and did the interview, but two other people had applied. And see, they already had gotten their first job in phlebotomy and stuff. They had experience. I would hire them over me too, because I'm still at the stage where I need to get a place that's like, well, hey, he needs his first place to start off. He's not had it, he's fresh out of school still yet. And unless I apply first or no one else is competing with me, majority of the odds is they're gonna pick the people that's already, you know, figure of speech, gotten their cherry broken, worked a job or two. Like, why take a chance and hire somebody when you already have somebody that's also applied already and interviewed that, this would be their fourth clinic or whatever they're working at doing phlebotomy. Like they've already got 3 years of experience. All the experience he has is clinicals. You know, it's not like they're in the business of being generous to try to help me with my career and get my footing on the ground. They're trying to hire the best person for the job that doesn't give them much of a headache or anything or doesn't make them worry. So I get it. Anyways, cleared up the picture thing. Andrew, you can be superficial. I don't care. I don't hate you. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to start, covering you or nothing. I don't do that stuff. I got no desire to snipe anybody or cover them. Sometimes I might comment on stuff like with Paula and the April thing, what have you, or Charles. But I'm not going to fall back into the trap of wanting to participate in this culture. It's bad enough what that I fell into it past few years and stuff like that and allowed myself to. That's bad enough already. You know, I'm not happy with that. I mean, I'm not proud of it. Not because people judge and point or use it as ammunition, because I personally don't like it. I don't like that I could have went back and looked at things and streams and I'm saying stuff, like I see that as a failure on my part. I can fucking admit when I fucking fail. Because only by doing so am I ever gonna get the insight to learn and fucking grow from that, which is what I want to do. If I don't think I've done anything ever wrong or haven't failed, I'm never going to grow or have the opportunity to learn and be able to grow. Ugh. Well, she, like, April can take what I said or leave it. You know, it didn't really mean too much though after you do what you do on the stuff on the live stream. So, but that's cool. That's your decision. You know, I don't control people's free will. I don't want to. But it'd be nice to know what their intention is. Like, I don't try to be superficial with people. Have I ever been? Sure. Think we all have. Doesn't mean that I'm comfortable and want to continue to be. They had two other people that they had interviewed one and they had another one to interview they did. So I got an interview, but I knew after I heard that and I walked out of there that I wasn't going to get a call back because it just makes logical sense that you're going to hire the people that's already got experience. Like, you know, he didn't say, you know, well, they've already had their first job or anything, but I was sitting there thinking, yeah, well, I'm sure this is not their first time applying for their first place. So, but hey, at least I tried. At least I went and applied. But that's like the only fucking place here to apply. I can actually walk to that job if I could have got it. I could walk there. I could get there by walking in 5 minutes. No, I didn't heard bad news walk. You're not listening. I finished my interview and I found out through conversation that he had one more person to interview and he had interviewed another person. So I was competing against two people. So I knew the right then Vegas odds, I'm not getting the call and saying, you can come in and start Monday. If I would have got it, would I have said, no, that's all right. Go ahead and hire them other people. They got experience. Hell no, of course I would have taken it. You're not fucking listening very well. Or maybe I didn't get a call back because, oh, I don't know. That was the place I did my clinicals at. And I had like 10, 12 fucking crazy obsessed motherfuckers call up there and say I was on the do not hire list, which the school checks before I do my course. I was not. You know, that might have been why I didn't get it. Maybe that dude did consider me actually for a second. And then when he took it to administration, they're like, oh, no, he was here for clinicals and we had all these calls from him. We don't want him. You know, that would have been a direct result of the fucking trolls. Wouldn't be because I didn't go and apply and I ain't look for jobs. I'm just sitting on my ass. But no need in crying over fucking, you know, it is what it is. I don't just for anything. Until some of y'all are like housing me or contributing to my life, or you're related to me, you know, otherwise your fucking opinion or your viewpoint on it really don't fucking hold any water. You don't hold any weight. You know, if I started criticizing your choices and life choices, would you actually fucking give a shit? You know, I've heard before from people that was older, it was like, you know, what was it specifically I heard what's her name say? Oh, none of them pay my bill. You know, when if they're here helping me out on my bills or, you know, are a role model to me or something, you know, then I might give a shit about what they said. Until then, their opinion's like an asshole. Everybody's got one. Yeah, I've worked a 10-hour day. Nissan, temp job, Nashville, 2013. 6-month temp job. Made $10.50 an hour. Industrial cleaning gig. Seasonal. Temp. Sports data. Worked in a call center. Called coaches and schools, high schools around the country, asking about their prospective players to get data on them and ask the coaches all about their stats and everything that we would then turn over and send to like colleges and recruiters and stuff, people that wanted to figure out who they wanted to look at and trying to recruit to their school's football team. I've done that. That was also a seasonal type gig. I've worked at dog daycare. Dog daycare was my very first job. 16. I worked at 3 dog daycares, actually, as a matter of fact, over a period of couple of, like, from moving. First one was in, like, Berry Hill. The second one was in more downtown type Nashville. And the third one was years later in Murfreesboro. Didn't get fired from any of them. Worst thing I ever done was being late twice because our breakers went out. And it fucking reset everything in the house so my alarm didn't go off. I'm not answering all these fucking questions from you. No offense, but I'm just not. I think I've answered plenty and explained plenty for you. Anyways, oh, if I got off the internet, could I get a job? I have a job right now. It's part time. They can't find out. Again, that's one of the narrative fucking little mind things. Like, oh, if he could just log off, everything would just go away magically. Yeah. So that's why when I ignored Snaggy for 2 days and he sent the police here, even though I did everything the right way, he still continued on to the point it escalated because he wasn't satisfied that he wasn't getting a reaction. Yeah, there goes that logic out the window. If you just ignore it, it'll stop. Yeah, well, I ignored Snaggy. Did he stop? No. He got his ass charged. But I ignored him. I didn't call him back. I didn't text him back. But yeah, like when the guy drove an hour down here for the tree service thing. That was the first time when I was like 8 days offline. It was the first longest time that I didn't go live or nothing. And they sent him here because they wanted me to get upset and go live. Did I? No. Later on, when I finally decided to go live, I ended up bringing it up when I came up on my mind or I got reminded of it. But I did not go live immediately after he left and closed the door and come in here and hit the button. Now, maybe in 2022, I would have. I did in some instances. But, you know, if I'm still doing that in 2025, yeah, that's a problem. So, well, I guess you all are addicted to YouTube. I guess it's a habit for me, but it's not an addiction to the point that I got to see the misery of others and get that little dopamine hit and that validation. So I cleared that up with the kid with the picture of the kid of the nephew. Um, that's really all I cared to do. Saw Andrea in here, wanted to address her for a second, talk with her. Tried. She just kept spinning round and round and round, trying to divert to old stuff and put me on the spot and all this. I knew what she was doing. So thanks for showing that self, you know. It is what it is. Well, it's 7:30, so I still got a while, but I'm gonna go eat something and I'm gonna relax and I'm not gonna stay on here up until close to the time I need to get off where I gotta go to my client. So I don't feel like it. Y'all have a good morning. All of y'all, even the ones of you that praying on my downfall and want to see this and want to see that and just get off on this shit, um, I'll I'll pray for you. I'll pray for all of us. Pray that we all have a good and nice, successful day and positive day. And ask that God give me the strength and the wisdom to accept the things I cannot change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Adios.